What is up, YouTube? Josh here. Welcome to FramesPerSecond. Today we've got George again, and we're going to be comparing Portra 160 versus the much cheaper Lomo 100. So we're going to test those out, see if the price is worth it, or if you need to save some bucks, see if it's usable enough for that. So that's good. Let's do it.
The thing is, they are technically both Kodak stocks. The Lomo 100 is based off Kodak Gold 100, which Kodak used to make, and I'm pretty sure Kodak does make Lomo's film for them. We had fish and chips. I think you had a chicken burger actually.
Yeah.
We're in a fish and chip shop, and George just put his Kodak wrapper in his plate. So I tried to take a photo of it. Unfortunately, I was on like a low shutter speed because it's 100 ISO film.
And we were inside.
So it's got a bit of shake. So it's not sharp at all.
Boys taking photos of flowers.
Yep.
2019. Which is
2019.
video doesn't come out till 2020.
And then we went outside, there were some flowers, we both took photos of them. You can see the Lomo is more vibrant, warmer as well, because it does have that Kodak Gold look. This time around, the Portra is the more neutral looking one.
Yeah, that's a funny turn of events. But of course, being film photographers and walking past a construction site,
You are obligated to take at least one photo.
at least one. We don't really have a choice.
Yeah, maybe you're just a bit under.
Maybe. I think again, I took a blanket reading and just went for it.
And then I thought I'd be different and try and shoot through this random green cloth thing, which turned out interesting. I don't mind it. And yeah, you can just see in the greens how yellow they kind of go.
Are the bricks bluer in the Portra?
I think it might just be...
Or is it my exposure?
Exposure, I think.
That's interesting though.
Yeah, George took a nice shot. I like this, the framing. It's that frame in the frame.
I'm not entirely sure if the building in the background is sharp. I think my infinite focus might be slightly off as well.
Yeah. Walked past this house, which had like this Australian flag in the window and just interesting mailboxes as well.
Wynnum was an amazing example of old school Australiana.
Yeah.
Lots of rickety old 70s style buildings. Yeah, with random Australian flags in the window.
So we both took shots of the mailbox. George's is better exposed this time around than mine is.
This time round. I think it's a good example of the performance of the dynamic range of Portra compared to Lomo.
Yeah.
Even if it is slightly better exposed, it's a really high dynamic situation with really dark shadows and really bright highlights.
It was basically midday. The time of day people tell you not to take photos, but we did.
Yeah.
Just that classic old school house with random antennas, and then George taking a photo of me taking that photo.
It looks like he's just in the lawn.
Yeah.
So that's nothing. That's nothing, but it was fun to take.
And this is another good comparison as far as the colors, the contrast. I would say they're both roughly exposed the same.
Yeah.
But yours does kind of have more of that shadow detail. Your highlights are basically the same exposure, you just have more shadow detail.
Yeah, I think that's that Portra pastel sort of look coming through again, is with that flatter dynamic range.
Yeah.
Means that there's more detail in the shadows.
Well, mine's more contrasty, less detail in the shadows, but you do get a bit more of a color punch.
Yeah, definitely.
But sometimes you do want that pastel look, and I kind of do like the color in yours a bit more.
It's quite popular, especially for like this sort of stuff where it's
Yeah.
a very pastel-y building to begin with.
Yeah. Something about the garage there I liked, but yeah, once again, don't have the straightest horizons. And then, yeah, George tried to take a shot across the road quickly.
Didn't quite work.
Focus didn't quite work.
I liked the black dress on the white fence approaching the dark fence.
Especially with her hair. I took a photo of the place next door, which is also really 70s, but unfortunately had a really modern car in front.
Ruined it.
But
We almost time traveled.
Yeah.
We almost achieved it, guys.
But I do like the colors quite a bit. It's popping, that yellow.
This is our Willem episode.
Yeah, I just like to create pictures.
Found another 70s looking place, which was like this apartment building. This is a little Queenslander, I guess.
Yeah, another one of those rickety Queenslander looking things.
Definitely has like a harder sound than mine.
Yeah, it's sounds more Russian.
And yeah, George got the top half, I got the bottom half of this place. And I kind of just like, it was that kind of footpath with like the rocks which are like white and brown that kind of interested me more. While the sign is what grabbed your attention.
Again, the flat brick 70s look with some, like it didn't have an island view, but it's what it promised.
Another film photographer rule, always take photos of alleys.
Got to take an alley shot.
Yeah.
Again, construction sites, alleys, what else? Dogs,
Yeah.
flowers, it's required.
Graffiti.
Graffiti, it's required, guys.
Yeah. And there was a fruit shop next to it. So George took the shot, which is, it's, if you want to get an idea of how Portra is with different colours, this is a nice colour chart.
And also dynamic range again with
Yeah.
the shadows and the highlights.
That's good.
Gelato!
And yeah, then we had some gelato. And I think George has a shot of his gelato. What did you get?
I think it was mango.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we went down an alley and found more things. I think I forgot to focus this shot because it is not in focus at all.
There were these doors leading to nowhere behind rickety fences that had fallen down with just junk everywhere.
Yeah.
And office chairs and bikes and all sorts of things just left out in the grass.
The old houses with antennas. And here's George. And I was expecting it to be even more contrasty, so I think this turned out well.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting either to the highlights to be overblown or the shadows not to have a peak.
Mm.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Pretty good.
it's not too bad.
And the horizons, even though it took me like 5 minutes to get right.
I mean, if you've ever tried to shoot portrait with a medium format camera with a waist level viewfinder,
It's hell.
yeah.
And then this scene was just kind of interesting. Unfortunately, the pink rails didn't turn out as pink, just because that
They were very, very pink.
Lomo just adds more of that yellowness to it, which kind of evened it out. So it just looks like faded red, but it was more interesting through our eyes on the day. But I still don't mind this shot. It's kind of like that old school kind of look. And if you want pop and a cheaper price, Lomo's pretty good. And then Portra's just the gold standard.
Portra's Portra.
Yeah.
Who was shocked?
Hope you liked the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know which images you like best and which film you like best. And feel free to subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you know when there's a new episode. Anyway, I'm Josh, this is George. Just get out there, shoot some film. Just do it!